Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that we know and love as PP La Pew Pew. You might know it as a leFH or a leaf blower or even a leHeffer. This one is located on the northeast spawn of Westfield, and it's under the command of TacticallyMovingDownward of the 335th clan. Now he's got a rather colourful one here. He's got the decked out in the hammer and sickle, even though this was actually a German Arty in the war, not a French one, as actually it is on the French tech tree, but it is a German Arty. Now he's got a 105mm light field howitzer capable of doing 410 alpha and penetrating 53mm of armour and 1.91 meters on the burst radius. He spotted his enemy tanks. Rounds out. First shot is a hit on the VK3001B. Now, he's in a tier 7, is it tier 7? No, tier 6 game with tier 5 tanks. So he's got plenty of opportunity to get damage on higher tier opponents. And that means extra XP. Well, that one landed a bit short. Okay. Lots of targets to fire at. Now, we've got 3 VP replays for you to review, starting with this one on Westfield. Rounds out. There should be a direct hit. Oh! Guy moved out the way just in time, but he's gone down. Now, as you may have noticed, actually, in recent weeks, Klaus Kellerman has actually been doing SPG Day. He's actually been featuring SPG replays and doing them rather well, actually. He's getting some interesting battles and he's showing them to the other players or his viewers, and we do appreciate that, actually, because some of the replays he's featured have actually already appeared on What Arty Noobs, and so the players are actually getting double the amount of exposure. Now, as you may have heard, if you've been watching our channel on a regular basis, we are actually intending to hold an Arty competition when this channel reaches 10,000 replays, and that may be within the next month or so. Kill shot! T1 Heavy goes down for 108 there. Direct shot right into the side of him. Now the competition, which is hoping to have the support of Wargaming, we've actually spoken to them already, and they're... Oh, he's got a second kill! He took out the BK as well. So he's actually the lead scorer on his team at the moment. Now, we're hoping to have the support of Wargaming as well, and the replays will be based, or the judging will be based on the number of likes as well as views that the replays that are sent into us get. Now, we will try to do as many replays as we can to give everyone a chance to have an entry in the competition. And it's very likely, because we've done these competitions before in the past, it's very likely that those players who actually do send in some really good replays will see some absolutely excellent battles. And some of the replays have been astonishing. And considering there's some super unicums in our channel, as well as on other channels, it could be an interesting competition. Okay, he's going for the Hellcat over on the west side of the map. He's backing up because he can see a Churchill 3. So he fires the round in at that spot. And he's killed him with one shot. Just took out the Hellcat with a direct hit. And it went straight through his armor. Remember, this Arty does have 53mm of pen. And most of the outside of a Hellcat can be penned by 25mm of penetration. So if you hit the outside of a Hellcat, more than likely you're going to pen him. In fact, the only part of a Hellcat that's difficult to pen is, in fact, the front of the turret, where the armor's slightly thicker. He's getting direct hits here because somebody is taking those explosions and there's nothing appearing on the ground. But I think, no, somebody is pushing a wreck. You can see that Striv M42 acting like a zombie, and that means that something is pushing him. And we hit the wreck there. But just behind that Striv is an enemy tank. And, well, he just moved away from the Striv because he knows that he's been spotted. We're one up on the enemy at the moment. Yes, tanks don't move by themselves. So if you do see a zombie tank, a tank that's been killed, more than likely, if it's moving, it's got somebody behind it. Well, we're looking for a target now. We can't find the KV-1 or the M4A3E8, so I think they're hiding. Just having a quick look. Oh, there's the KV-1. And it's a difficult shot because he's actually in the cover of the hill, but he can get the shell in there. Rounds out. Here we go. Direct hit, 149. We're 3 up on the enemy now. Second round's on the way in, and that damages him for 108. The guy's backing up against the rock face as if it will protect him. And it has this time. You can see one of those shells actually skimmed across the roof of his tank, and that's why he actually on the top of the turret, and that's why it damaged him. In fact, the KV-1's just gone down, so we're looking for more targets. There's only 3 left on the enemy team, and they're all tank destroyers. The Hellcat's been spotted, or another Hellcat. We're dialing in. He finds Snap. It went long. Firing Snap is not advised. It's likely to end up in the wrong spot. Now we've got an enemy T-67 coming directly towards us to try and kill Arty. There's 2 Arty on our team. The other one is up on the heights. That shot was a bit of a snap, and it's attracted the T-67's attention. But we are reloading, and that's a hit. Now he's coming straight for us. Let's hope he rams us, and he does, and he dies, because the T-67 is based on a light stroke tank destroyer, and the Fifi is a heavy tank. So yes, you don't want to hit a heavy tank with a tank destroyer. You're going to come off worse. And the last enemy, the Wolverine, has been killed. That's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a second-class tanker for Tactically Moving Downward of the 335th clan in the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly, the last one being a ram kill from that T-67. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He managed to get 5 exactly. And his win 8 from the game was 4,607, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score and see where he was. Well, we can see from this, the highest damage was Tactically Moving Downward. Yes, 1,645 hit points, but it wasn't enough to get a high caliber in that game because it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. Second highest damage went to the M6, who picked up a Pascucci's medal for killing both enemy SPGs. He got 1,554, and the third highest damage, well, that actually went to the VK3001P on the enemy team, 1,177. When it came to kills, we can see the highest number again, Tactically Moving Downward. 4 kills went to him, 3 kills went to the M6, and also to the Churchill 3. He even got the last kill of the game. And 2 kills went to the Easy 8 on our team and the T-3485M on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, this time round it's the Churchill 3 who did the best with 1,439. He was the only player to get over 1,000 base, with the M6 getting 913 and the 833 going to Tactically Moving Downward. So he got 2 of the columns, not the third one. He fired 28 rounds, got 10 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrating shots, and 14 splash. Damage of 1,645 hit points, of which 1,175 were up more than 300 meters. He did receive 1 hit. It was a penetrating shot from the T-67. He also damaged 5 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and he earned 3,262 credits out of that game. And he also got 1,888 experience points out of it as well. Let's have a quick look to see which ones he actually penetrated. Well, the Hellcat. Yes, he had to. The armor is so thin on that thing. The shell went straight through. And he did penetrate the side of the T-67 as the guy was coming forward to try and ram us. And that reduced his hit points to enough that the moment he touched us, he died. Because, of course, you don't want to ram a heavy tank with a light or a TD that's very, very low on hit points, because you will come off worse. And in fact, so many light tanks do it to FIFIs, to leFHs, that we call it bugs on the windshield. It's so funny when they try to attack us and ram us, they always come off worse. And it's just like an inconvenience, you might say. Anyway, that's the first replay, a good one for Tactically Moving Downward. And let's have a look at the second replay and see how good that one is. The second replay is on the north spawn of Redshire. At this time, it's under the command of Andromedaa of No Retreat, No Surrender. Game on. Well, I have a soft spot for No Retreat, No Surrender clan because Andromedaa very kindly sent me a t-shirt from the clan and I wear it quite a lot. Yes, I'm often wearing it. I wear it as much as I wear my What Arty Noobs ones. And of course, the t-shirts I managed to accumulate from all the other clans that I was involved in. Okay, he's having a look down the other end of the map at the moment. Now, this Arty won't fire over the entire length of the map. So if you want to hit the target, ideally you want to hit something that's either near the center or within range. Because when you're firing very long range, it tends to get a little less accurate at very long range. Okay, got a couple of targets, a Tiger 131 and a box tank, making their way up towards the Zeppelin. That was a very close shot from the other Arty on our team, who's an M41 HMC, and he stunned the box tank as he was climbing that hill. That was so close. Now, he's landed in a tier 6 game with tier 5 tanks. So again, he's bottom tier, which means he's got plenty of opportunity to get damage on the enemy. AMX CLC, tier 5 French light. Now, some of you may not actually know, but the FIFI, or the 105 leFH18B2, actually was originally a tier 4 Arty. Yes, they put it into the game when it first came in as tier 4, but after a while they realized it was so powerful they had to put it up a tier, and they put it to tier 5 because they thought at least then it would be fair against the other tanks. Unfortunately, they only ever brought out 2 premium Artys, and the reason why, well, that was explained to me last night by Wargaming themselves. I won't say who Wargaming told me, but yeah, somebody at Wargaming told me that apparently they feared the reaction of the majority of the players if they did put more premium Arty into the game, or even if they actually put the FIFI on sale. Yes, they actually fear putting this Arty on sale now, because if they do, they get complaints from a lot of the players who can't play it because they don't know how to. In fact, it's one of the reasons why there's so few channels. Oh, he got a kill. KV1SA out the game, back in the garage. It's one of the reasons why there are so few channels which actually feature Arty play. It's because a lot of players just don't know how to play Arty, and they don't like getting hit by Arty, and therefore they don't play it. They just simply dislike it. Good shot. He hit the ELC as he was going down the hill there, and the guy's taking damage whilst he was tracked, and that means he's getting damage assist as well. Now, he tried to line up a second shot, but he decided instead to go for this 40 TP. As he's retreating down that hill, he stopped. Oh, that was so close. Now, the only channels who are regularly featuring Arty, apart from What Arty Noobs, is Klaus Kellerman. Yes, he's actually featuring an SPG day every week, and he's getting some very good replays, some of which have actually already appeared on our channel. So the players who actually did them and sent them in are getting double exposure, which we're very happy about because we want to promote Artys and promote Arty play. Good shot. Didn't kill him, but came very close. 1 hit point is all this VK3001H has got left. And now he's back in the garage. Nice shot. Now, this Arty only carries 50 rounds of ammunition. It used to be less than that, actually. Used to be only 42, so you had to be careful you didn't run out of ammo during a game. What it does have is a rather fast reload rate. The standard reload is 8.92 seconds, And you can see here that in this game, Andromeda's got 7.85. In fact, in the previous game with Tactically Moving Downward, he actually had a very similar reload time of about 7 seconds or thereabouts. Now, we've lost sight of the enemy. We're 3 up on them at the moment. We're firing blind. Sometimes if you see a tree that's been knocked down, there's a very good chance there's a light tank hiding within the tree as it's been fallen. So that's another hint on this game. There are quite a few trees. In fact, there's one slightly to the left of the reticule at the moment, which has fallen in just the right way for the light tank on the enemy team to hide there. Not just light tanks, but medium tanks too. Andromeda's decided that he's going to move forward and see how if he can shorten the range between him and the enemy. Does actually work sometimes. Arty moves about. Not every Arty player uses their W key, but quite a few do. And in fact, a lot of what Arty Noobs players do, because they know the advantage of actually closing the range with the enemy and also moving about the battlefield to actually get better angles on them. So now he's actually moved closer to the center. He's actually a lot closer to the enemy rear, and he's just spotted this gorilla. Oh, he was hiding underneath the bridge, and there's an enemy VP, so he's dialing in on that guy, trying to get an accurate shot. He fired a bit before he was fully dialed in. The shell went to one side, but our teammates can still see him, so he's fired in again. Oh, and the kill shot went to the Chaffee. The Achilles on our team also killed the enemy gorilla. So the enemy doesn't have any Arty now, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they won't win the game. Just means that they're playing with a disadvantage. Now, earlier today, somebody said, why don't Arty attack the enemy Arty the moment they're spotted? Because whenever I highlight the enemy, my teammates don't hit him. Oh, that was a direct hit. He got a direct hit there, Andromeda. Fires another one in. That one wasn't. Yes, the reason may be that they may already be focusing on hitting a specific enemy tank, and they don't want to lose the opportunity to kill that tank by firing in or changing aim to a different target. So it may very well be that that's why they haven't aimed specifically at that tank. But a lot of Arty players will fire at the enemy Arty if they are spotted, because it's almost like a point of honor. We know how powerful Arty can be, and so we try to take out the enemy Arty to give our teammates an Arty-free game. And of course, we want to get a counter battery as well, if we can, by taking out all the enemy Arty. Okay, we've got Shiv M42. He's been tracked. Last few seconds before he fixes his track, we fire around in, and he's got the kill. That's 3 kills now to Andromeda. It makes him the highest scorer on his team so far. In fact, we're very pleased that Klaus Kellerman is featuring SPGs on a regular basis, because it means that they get more publicity, they get more demonstration of how it's actually done. So a lot of players out there just don't know how to play Arty at all, and if they did, they might play it more often, because they might realize it gives them an advantage. If you know where Arty can fire and where they cannot fire, you know where you're going to be safe. You know where you can drive your tank without fear of the enemy getting a shot at you. Of course, a lot of super unicums and content creators do not feature Arties because they don't like Arty. They keep getting hit by Arty all the time because they don't know how to protect themselves. Now, things are not going well now, because although the scores are equal, the enemy team's got more hit points than our side. And, well, that's not looking good. The Chaffee and the Achilles, both short on hit points. They could go down at any moment. And that T-67, our team, although he's full health, And he is in a prominent position. He's not moving any further south, and I think that might be down to the fact that there's a 40 TP around, and he might be able to take that T67 or do severe damage to him if he gets spotted. And there's one of the enemy, the Baguette, the Britann Panther. Rounds out, bit snap. Yeah, it missed. It does help to dial in on the enemy. Some players do like to fire, and oh my god, this is not good for Andromeda because this guy is really close. That 40 TP went around through the castle and has now come up the other side. And if, oh, he won't get a shot because the buildings are in the way. Now, the problem is that Andromeda's out in the open. And if that 40 TP does find him, he's going to be in severe trouble. The enemy M10's been spotted at the back of the map. We fire long range. GeForce has got less chance of getting a hit. The Baguette just killed our Achilles. So we're now one down. We fire at the Baguette and we do get a near miss. But the 40 TP is behind us and the T67 is coming in to try and protect us. We turn to shoot at the 40 TP. I'm not sure if we're too late. Can we get a shot? We've got a red line. That rock is in the way. If we move to shoot over the rock, it's just too close to us to get a shot in, I'm afraid. It's definitely in the way, but the 40 TP goes down to the T67, but not before the T67 loses virtually all of his hit points. And now we've got the another enemy tank was seen going over the river. That was the Skoda. So now, even though both sides have 4 tanks left, they have a massive hit point advantage. And this could be fatal for us. Because even though both Artys have all of their hit points, our tanks don't. And in fact, now our M41's in danger from that Baguette. He just fired shotgun and missed. And we managed to wing him, but we got spotted. And I think we're about to take fire. Well, he manages to wing him again and track him. Can we get another kill shot? He loads, he fires, it falls short. He's trying to aim instead of... Yep, we can see that guy's on the move. We can't see him. And there's the Skoda. And he's in the cap. We fire at him. And, oh, that was a penetrating shot. But we did get spotted again. He's capping. But he'll probably come out the cap to try and kill us. In fact, he has. But he goes down to a well-aimed shot. But now we know that the Baguette, was it? Yes, the Baguette is there. He's just found the M41 who's trying to back off. We've tried a quick snapshot, but again, it didn't work. And our M41's about to die. And he has. We fire snap and get another penetrating shot on the Baguette. He hits us in the tracks. Come on, can we get another round in? Yes, another kill. So that's 4 kills now. We didn't get the kill on the Skoda. Actually, we weren't completely out in the open there. We were in a set of bushes. But now it's 2 versus 2. But the enemy's got a hit point advantage. And the M10 has been spotted. Now, if he kills our chappie who's acting as spotter for us, we've only got our own spotting range, which is 390 meters. You can see that guy's trying to creep up on our cap. It's too late for him to cap out. We fire one snap. Unfortunately, doesn't get it because he's got the rocks in front of him. We can get a shot on him now, but he's trying to aim at the target as it moves, and that doesn't always work. Fires ahead of its target, and now we're being hit by the Gyros, only a short distance away from us. We're still going for the M10. We fire one round in, and yes, unfortunately, the M10 got us in the end. The M10 could see us long range away, but it was the Gyro who was highlighting us. He could see us and he'd already hit us, and that round went in near the driver's port. And the game is over. Well, it was a valiant end to that game. Unfortunately, they had the numbers against them, and of course, the enemy had the hit points as well. It was a defeat, but it was a third-class tanker for Andromeda of No Retreat, No Surrender in the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9. And his win rate, well, it's not that much below the previous game in Tactically Moving Downwards, because he got over 4,000, and we can see here that Andromeda got 3,658, which is still Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in this game went to the Giro on the enemy team. He managed to pick up a high caliber and a Confederate for 2,610 hit points of damage. Second highest damage actually went to their 40TP with 1,710, and the third highest damage went to the Juno on our team with 1,561 hit points. We can see Andromeda managed to get 1,379, which actually beat all but 2 on the enemy team, and 2 on his own team beat him, so he's actually in 5th place when it comes to damage. When it came to kills, though, he was actually second, because the Baguette managed to get 6 kills in the end before he got wiped out. 4 kills went to Andromeda, and 3 kills went to the Chatty on his own team, who also got an All-X medal, and also to the Giro on the enemy team and the M10 RBFM, the one who killed Andromeda in the end. When it came to base XP, it's the M10 RBFM did the best, 1,025 to him, the only one to get over 1,000 base. 901 went to the Giro, and 780 went to the 40TP, with Andromeda getting the highest base XP on his team at 544. He fired all 50 rounds. He had no ammunition left at the end of that game. Even if he had the chance to shoot at the M10, that would have been his last shot. In fact, actually, he would have run out of ammunition. I think that last shot he fired in, just as he died, was his last round. He got 11 direct hits on the enemy, and 2 of them penetrated, and some of those were the close range shots that he got on the Baguette Panther and the other tanks that were maneuvering nearby. I think he did get a penetrating shot on the, was it the Striv? No, it wasn't the Striv, although he only got 27 hit points of damage on that guy. It was on the Baguette, yes, 570 hit points of damage on that guy. And the other one was not, oh, it was the Skoda. That was the guy who came around the corner in the cap area. Yes, took a big hit on that. And then one of our teammates actually then finished him off shortly after that shot. He also got 15 splashes as well, 1,379 hit points, of which 834 were at more than 300 meters. So there was some close range action. 3 hits received from the enemy. 2 of them were penetrating shots, 1 non-penetration. And the non-penetrating shot was from the Baguette, hit the tracks. 2 penetrating shots were from the Giro and from the M10 RBFM. 135 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, and 229 hit points of damage assistance. He also got 2 defense points when he reset the cap. On a premium count, he actually made 55,645 credits on that game. And that also included a mission completion for 30,000 credits as well, and 1,142 experience points. So even though it's a losing game, he still came out positive on credits. So that's the end of the second game. It was a defeat, but it was a nice try all the same. Let's have a look at the third replay. I think you'll enjoy this one. The last replay is on the Lakeville map. We're on the North Spawn, and the player is BertholomaeusRexodus44x2 of the TLG clan. Game on! Now, we've seen games by BertholomaeusRexodus before, and they've been usually some quite good ones, so I'm looking forward to this one. Remember, 105mm light field howitzer of German design, an Arty that was actually designed in 1918, and it's got the ability to do 410 alpha, penetrate 53mm of armor with 1.91 meters on the burst radius. An enemy tank has sewn up, and he's right on the center line. In fact, 2 enemy tanks, and in fact, this one is a tier 7 game with tier 5 tanks in it, so he's bottom tier, and he's going to have plenty of opportunity to take out the enemy. Rouse out. Direct hit right in the face of the Cheetah. Always like battles on this map with the valley, because the rule is you don't go valley. But if you do go valley, you can expect to get hit by the Arty. And in fact, that VK3601H just took a round from a premium round. Rounds out. Well, that one hit the cheat too, but it looks like it hit something solid and it didn't go through. That Cromwell, though, he just took a direct hit and it did go through. Or at least it may have. We've lost sight of him. Next shot. That was a direct hit as well. Okay, these guys are getting hit, but Arty rounds from the enemy team are coming in as well. Rounds out. That's another penetrating shot for 351. The alpha on the AP, the heat rounds, is 350. Now that one hit the ground, so obviously that wasn't a pen. Penetration 104 millimeters with the heat rounds. You can see those tracers arcing through the sky. They're hitting our guys whilst we're hitting their tanks. Rounds out. Now that one didn't appear to actually do any damage. Now he's still firing heat, but he's got a red line at the moment, so he probably can't hit. But this Cromwell is going to take another hit if he's not careful. And that one hit the tracks. He's backing off, because the next shot, if it pens, could take him out of the game. Rounds out. Oh, it hit the ground. Okay, the Panther M10 has gone up on the heights, but that Cromwell still there. Next shot. Let's see if we can get this one in. He backs off, but he's moving very cleverly. Not clever enough. He gets wiped out. Okay, the VK. He's also been hit by the shells. See if we can put a round into him. His armor was angled enough that it could deflect the shot there. Fires another one in, and that one hit the ground as well. He's loaded a lot of heat rounds for this battle. And that appeared to hit the M10 Panther. So he's probably badly wounded right now as well. And that one hit the ground. Okay, he's loading. And that one was a direct hit. He's got 7.51 on his reload time. And that one appeared to hit the ground. I heard the crump of a shell hitting the ground, but you can never 100% tell. Here comes the Panther. That one hit the ground. The Panther's a two-shot if we're using the armor piercing. No, that one hit the ground. You get a kind of crump noise. It goes crump into the ground when it hits the ground. You see the flames as well. Oh, now this is interesting. We've got two tanks at the back of the map, including a Panzer S5. Oh! And that one hit the gun of the enemy Panzer IV, but he got wiped out anyway. Now, who's this? Okay, we've got a Berzer and a Bishop. The Bishop will probably get wiped out by this shell. Oh, and again, he hit the hard armor, and the Bishop survived. He's loaded. Rounds out. It hit the ground next to him, but it damaged his track. He's firing at our tanks. At this moment, we fire another one in. This time, it finishes him off, and he's out the game. Okay, we've got an enemy Achilles and the Berzer. We fire at the Berzer. Unfortunately, we just missed. We're now loading HE, because that's all we've got left. Got a Gorilla backing up. Rounds out. Can this hit him? Yes, it does. So that's 3 kills now for BertholomaeusRexodus. And he's trying to get that shot on the Achilles. All of those heat rounds have reduced the number of HE rounds that he can carry, but he can still do a lot of damage with them. Okay, the only enemy tank right up at the pass is the VK3601, but I think our T1 Heavy is keeping him in check. Meanwhile, our guys are actually advancing on the enemy cap area, and you can see BertholomaeusRexodus is pumping those rounds in as fast as he can. The more shots you fire, the more chance you've got of getting a hit. He's not wasting any time. He can. He's firing as soon as he's got the next target. Another hit. At the very least, he might get a Confederate medal, but I think if he keeps up his fire rate, he should get a lot more than that. That's another penetrating shot on the buzzer. The next shell should take him out of the game. He fires. He kills him. So that's 4 kills now. Now we can see there's an Achilles down there. There's 6 tanks left on the enemy team. There's only 5 on our team, but we seem to be doing a lot of work. Okay, our Hellcat's coming back towards our cap area. And I think the reason he is because the VK on the enemy team managed to break through the bottleneck and he's headed towards our cap. But he is low on hit points. In fact, he's coming after BertholomaeusRexodus and he just got spotted. Okay, we're trying to maneuver. And here comes the T-67. He auto-aims on, but it doesn't get a hit. He's now taking fire from the enemy. And he takes out the T-67 with a shotgun. Manually aimed. I think it was manually aimed. I didn't hear him auto-lock on. But that VK is now in a whole world of trouble because he's down to 36 hit points. Our Hellcat's behind us. Now we might be able to get a shot on this VK. If he tries to come around the corner to kill us, he might get wiped out by a shotgun. He's trying to keep the gun low as he can, but unfortunately there's a rise in the ground there, which actually forces the gun up. And he wants the gun to keep low, but he wants to attract that VK around the corner. He doesn't want to go around the corner himself, because if he does, the VK will get a free shot. The action at the other end has gone quiet for the moment. They've only got 2 tanks left at the other end. 2 tanks up this end as well on our team. Now the VK is a bit worried now because it looks to him that BertholomaeusRexodus was trying to get up onto that hill to shoot at his rear. So he's pulled back. No, he's returned to his usual position. We need to attract him around the corner. The Hellcat's trying to get behind him now. He's going to force him out, because if that guy doesn't move, the Hellcat's going to shoot him in the rear and kill him. In fact, he gets 1 shot. Now, oh, no, I thought for a second he could go around the corner and get the kill shot, but now he comes forward. He's trying to shoot at our Leopard. Now we've got the gun down. Now, hit him now. Yes! That's the Top Gun. Brilliant work. Okay, there's only 2 enemies remaining now. KV-1SA and the Achilles on the enemy team. And I think we're now going to go to the enemy cap area and support our sole remaining teammate at the other end, who's the VK3601H, I think. Or is it? No, there's another one down there as well. We've also got... oh, no, we did have... Our Hellcat just got wiped out, unfortunately. KV-1SA got him. He's at the bottleneck at this moment. So I reckon he must have gone down the valley, met the KV-1SA. That means there's only one at the other end, the Achilles. Remember that Achilles that we kept firing at? He was in the corner. Is he still there? Oh, he's not there. So where did he go? He's not in the corner. They're looking for him. I think they're going into the valley to have a quick check and see if he's there. But it could be that the Hellcat, rather the Achilles, is... Oh, he's coming up the valley. He went down the valley. So we've got the KV-1SA approaching our cap area. Meanwhile, we've got 2 of our teammates going after the Achilles. And he's trying to head north. So what are we going to do? We're aiming for the enemy cap. There's the Achilles. We can't get a shot on him because the valley, the mountains are in the way. But they can't see the KV-1SA, so he must be further up the valley and near our cap area. The Leopard and the VK3601H, and yep, the 3601H just killed the Achilles. which means now there's only one enemy remaining, KV1SA, and the fact that he hasn't capped would suggest that he might be chasing after BertholomaeusRexodus and he wants some revenge. Oh, he is capping now. So he went into the cap area. Now, I have the feeling that what BertholomaeusRexodus is going to do is he's going to get into the cap at this end after his jaunt through the valley, through the town. The leopard went into the cap for a brief moment and is now going through the town. He's coming towards us. And yes, he's trying to say, go to the cap. Start capturing the base. The KV1SA's just been spotted. He's on the lake road. And I think he's trying to shoot at us, or would be trying to shoot at us if he could see us. He can't see us yet. But there he is. We're aiming for him. Fires the first shot in. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of a lead. We're trying to use this house for cover. We should be able to get the shot on target. There he is. Oh, he's just seen us again. And he hits the tracks. And the leopard managed to get a hit. Stripped his hit points down. Can we get a kill shot? Oh, we tried manually aiming. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. He fires snap on a manually aimed. It didn't work. But he wants to get that KV1SA. Oh, and the leopard gets the kill as the VK comes up behind him. And that is the end of the game. And it was a victory. What a great game that was by BertholomaeusRexodus44x2 in the Fifi, the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to get an ace tanker out of that game. He's had one before. It's not the first time. He also got a counter battery fire medal because he took out both enemy SPGs, the Gorilla and also the Bishop. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 15. He got a Starks medal for firing and receiving at least 2 hits from the enemy, losing potentially 2/3 of his hit points in the process, getting at least 2 kills and surviving the battle, as well as a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game and a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. His win rate from that game, 8,230, which is super unicum and a lot more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage was 2,446, and that went to BertholomaeusRexodus, who's turning up here as Big Daddy, as his name. Well, I suppose he is, yes. The highest damage on the enemy team in second place is the Chi-2 with 1,631, and the third highest damage goes to the Hellcat on our team with 1,517. When it came to kills, he got the highest number of those with 6. 3 kills went to the M4A3E2 on our team, and also to the VK3601H, the last enemy alive. He got a cool-headed and 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, yep, he got that one for sure. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,249 means he's the only player on both teams to get over 1,000 base, with the next highest scorer being the Leopard, who got the last kill of the game. He got 922, and 884 went to the M4A3E2, the Sherman Jumbo. He fired 41 rounds in that game, so he only had 9 rounds left, and I think there were HE rounds as well. 19 direct hits on the enemy, 7 penetrations. He did fire a lot of heat, and that heat is expensive, but he did get good results because he got 7 penetrations. 2,446 hit points of damage, of which 2,265 were at more than 300 meters. 3 hits received from the enemy, 2 penetrations, 1 non-penetration. At least 2 of those shots, in fact, actually, I think all 3 shots came from the T67 on the enemy team, who was pumping the rounds in, and I think he got 1 round into the tracks, and that's why, of course, it was blocked, 76mm round blocked. 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 6 were killed, 231 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he actually made a loss on that game, 49,202 credits loss, and that's down to the fact that he did fire a lot of heat rounds, and they are expensive, I did say so. 102,000 credits lost on heat. 30 bonds for mission achievement, And he took away 13,867 experience points that one. He did complete a mission for 11,244. So that's a really big boost in his crew skills. So what a great game to finish on. We had 2 battles where both participants in the previous games actually did manage to get over Super Unicum standard. You can see the first game, 4,607. It was a victory with second class mastery. Second game was a loss, but it was 3,658 win 8 on a third class mastery. But on the last game, 8,230 win 8 and an ace tanker victory after a lot of battling. And he did play it well towards the end. He didn't want to get in front of that VK and let the guy get a shot into him, but he managed to take out the VK3601H and then harass the last remaining enemy until, of course, the leopard managed to get those shots in. I hope you enjoyed that last replay. I certainly did, and the other replays as well. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.